This is my studio. Back there.
If I've learned anything from Star Wars, it's about perseverance. The entire cast in all the movies, it seems like a central core to everything. When faced with adversity and a lot of times failures, there has to be a path to perseverance. I feel like this project was completely wrapped in all of those things because it started in December and didn't finish until February. Here's my journey. Time is a huge constraint when it comes to pottery, so you really have to plan your projects ahead, especially if you want to make a video. I knew that I wanted to do a piece of pottery for May the 4th be with you. So I started in December hoping that I might learn some techniques, and if I do have anything that comes up that I can't get it done, I'll at least have enough footage of something that did go right during the process that I could share with you. Pottery can take months at a time, depending on the process that you're using. It all starts with forming your vessel, or carving your piece, or sculpting. And then from there, it's letting it dry, firing it for a bisque fire, and finally glazing. And sometimes you can do 2 and 3 glazes after a first glaze firing. In this case, I did a good portion of the first 2 steps, and then catastrophe. I've been really excited about these items. So excited that I'd been sharing everything on Instagram. Last night, the kiln did not shut off on its own. It actually had to be shut off when Ben came home. I didn't want to shut it off premature, but the damage has been done. The trays are completely warped. The switch is locked because the thing melted in place, so I need to figure out what to do there. I don't know what it looks like underneath. I'm pretty upset, but all in learnings, right? All of my shelves melted, all of my pieces blistered, and the vitrification meant that I wasn't going to be able to salvage any of the pieces. Remember that thing I said about perseverance? Well, sometimes it has to be helped along by your partner. In this case, my husband, Ben. He stayed up until 3 a.m, fixing my kiln, replacing the cone setter, and making sure it was functional again. It took another month of throwing and making handles and applying badges to pieces, but finally I was ready to bisque fire again. Good morning, it's about 7 a.m. About to open the kiln. This time, success! Hey-oh. Everything's pink. The color it should be. There's the prize pieces. The mugs. They all survived. Let's get them out. All the pink stuff is the stuff that I just pulled out. This time I was able to glaze the pieces, which was super exciting, especially since I'd waited months to glaze the last batch that didn't go so well. Hey, welcome to my basement. I am working on cleaning up some mugs so that I can glaze them. This morning I got up and mixed a bunch of the glazes that Ben bought me, and they are in 5-gallon buckets that I will use to dip. So let's see how we get on. I was experimenting with different application techniques, and I liked this treatment because it looked like it was like candle wick or candle wax. My pieces were stacked, the kiln was on low, so now it was just waiting about 8 to 10 hours of kiln firing. Just opened the kiln and we've got some cool colors here. Now unfortunately the red that was for Elmo was a little bit too maroon. Hopefully the Superman mug that I used that with is okay. But looks like we got some pretty cool patterns and different things going on here, so we'll see. It's very hot, so I gotta leave it cool for a while. The results were great, and I got to hand out my mugs to all the people that I really, really like that were able to make it to Cleveland for a meetup. We got to meet some really incredible people. I got to pass out my pieces, and that meant that people were really interested later, and I'm actually selling my pieces now, which is super exciting. So, moral of the story is, be like your favorite smuggler and always find a way out.